He was amazed, Jesus says, at their lack of faith. This segment of the Gospel of Mark that we are hearing this weekend is actually part 3 of a 3-part series, if you will, beginning 2 weeks ago concerning the Gospel passages and the events that took place. Recall, 2 weeks ago we heard the Gospel of the calming of the storm, with his apostles in the same boat that Jesus was in, and as the storm sort of brew up, they got very fearful, as one would expect. But Jesus simply awoke, calmed the storm, and everything was fine again. But he questioned them. Where was your faith? Why did you believe in me and not be fearful that nothing's going to happen to you? Because I'm here with you, nothing. So that word faith first came in the gospel 2 weeks ago, and then last week we saw a profound exhibit of somebody who has faith. Come, my daughter is sick. I am a synagogue official, but I believe in you. Come, you can help my daughter. Why trouble the teacher? Why trouble the teacher? Your daughter is dead. Wait. No, she's not. Come. Show me the place where she lay. And they did. And then he went, didn't he? Just a few people. Of course, the father of the daughter, friends, and of course, a few of his apostles. Talitha cum, little girl, rise. And she did. And to show and prove that this is a physical death brought back to life, the very end of our gospel last week, Jesus says, give her something to eat. You do not give a spirit food. They don't need it. People do. This was a pure resurrection of the dead to life from a dead person. Who has the faith here? It's not the apostles. It's, in a very real sense, not even part of his group. It is he, or the synagogue official, is part of a group of individuals that are very antagonistic to Jesus. Very antagonistic. But yet, through all the other, he saw something in this young prophet, this young rabbi, that indeed he professes profoundly, I believe in you. So what have we done in 2 weeks? We go from this, the theme, by the way, is faith, obviously. His closest friends don't believe in him. This perfect stranger does. Faith. And now we come to the conclusion, because the people observed all this. They heard what happened. Now these are his kin, or shall I say, not kin, his townspeople. These are people he grew up with. These are people that knew Jesus. And now we go to the word faith. Where is their faith? They want to kick him out. He's nobody. He's a carpenter's son. Who gave him the power to do this? So totally unbelieving unbelief were these people that Jesus says, I can't do anything here with you unless you believe. And you don't believe. And he leaves town. End of story. End of the 3 gospel sequence, which all had the same theme involved: faith. Who was exhibiting this faith and who was not? And surprisingly enough, what we see is those you would least expect to have faith in the Lord Jesus shows it, while the others we would think would show their faith profoundly do not. Do not. So faith is the theme of this gospel, and it is very important to realize that Where is this faith in these people? Some have very little, some have none. Some come from unexpected places. Like, I wouldn't expect my friends to say they don't believe in me, but that's exactly what they did in today's gospel. I wouldn't expect a perfect stranger tell me, I believe you are the Christ, the Messiah. Yet he did. Faith. Where's our faith? Where are we? Is our faith with the people of that town in which Jesus grew up in Nazareth? Like them? Is our faith like the apostles that were in the boat with? There he is, he's right next to them, and yet they can't see him? Or is our faith like the synagogue official? Very profound, very deep. Very willing to say totally and completely, without any question or reserve in my mind, you are my Christ. And I know you're with me and you walk with me. Where's our faith? And if we have the faith, and I'm sure we do, what scale, if you will, from 0 to 10 do we have? How profound is our faith? I guess that's what I'm getting at. Are we willing to say blindly, totally, and completely, I am yours, Lord. Do with me what you will. Or do we say, not yet? That's the question that this gospel series, Gospels, challenges us to. Faith. Where's ours? Is it profound and deep? Only we can answer that question, by the way. Nobody can answer it for us. Where's our faith? Do we need to work on it? Or is it strong enough? Or I don't know. What do we need to do to be sure that the faith that we have is profound, deep, and we're willing to surrender totally and completely to this Christ, this unseen God? Because our faith tells us he exists and he's just that powerful. That's the challenge. Something that each and every one of us has to look within ourselves to see, including me, where's my faith in my Lord? What scale can I give it? Does it need to grow more? Answer questions. What are the answers?